Hello everybody, Vanessa here from Degania Aromatics. In this video I am testing green tea wax. Isn't that beautiful? And my supplier is Simply Ingredients. They're out in California. And if you subscribe to Making Soap magazine in the July 23 issue, I do a complete write-up on green tea wax. In each container I have 99 grams of coconut oil, and some people call it coconut butter. And in this container I have 1% green tea wax. In this container I have 3% green tea wax. Green tea wax can be used from between 0.5% to 3%. And so to level set, I'm starting with my 0% no green tea wax. I melted the coconut oil. My water bath was at 145 degrees. The water bath actually for each of the test batches will be 145 degrees. And the reason I set it at 145 degrees is for consistency, and also green tea wax, its melting point is 60 degrees Celsius, 145 degrees, or 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So I thought that was fair. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my arrowroot powder, and arrowroot powder is also to help decrease the feeling of greasiness. Stir this in really well. There are no lumps in here. I'm going to add my 1 drop of rosemary orsolene extract, ROE. Most of the times I add it before the arrowroot powder. I just forgot. And I'm going to set this in the freezer. First, I'm going to set it for 10 minutes to see how well it freezes. I checked my unscented coconut oil. It's not ready to come out of the freezer yet, so I get in another 10 minutes in there. Normally in the past it's usually about 20 minutes, but I want to be consistent along the line. So what I have here is I have melted my 1%. It smells really good. Doesn't it look like green tea, y'all? It is. Green tea wax. I love the color. Nice and light. It's like a green golden color. I am going to add in, first I have to remember to add in my 1 drop. Stir that up. Adding in my arrowroot powder. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I have all of the directions for the recipe in the comments section. And if you are watching it on Facebook, you will also find the recipe in the comments section. And if you are reading the article, you'll have the recipe plus lots of comments. I'm stirring this up well. So what I have discovered that it takes approximately 7 to 9 minutes, more like 9 minutes for each one of these to melt at a medium-low flame on the stove. I am happy with this. Put this in the refrigerator. I put this in the freezer. I am going to first put it in there for 10 minutes, and I'm going to check it. And if it's not at the consistency I want, I'm going to come back and add another 10 minutes. Wow. Test batch for 0% and 1%, both are in the freezer. I'm going to work with test batch 3%. So 1 drop. Just going to stir that in. I'm using arrowroot powder at 4%. So my 0% and 1%, I use 4 grams of arrowroot powder. But because the 3% is a little heavier, have a little more ingredients, my arrowroot powder is now at 4.2 grams, which equals the 4%. So I am noticing the lumpiness is taking longer to dissipate. So I don't know if this has to do with the additional amount of green tea wax or what. But as I'm continuously stirring, I do not see any lumps. My 0%, since it's already been in the freezer, it's going on 20 minutes. I am going to automatically put this one in the freezer at 20 minutes, and then I will come back to check it. I was cleaning off my spatula I noticed that there is a small amount of color here. So does this mean that the green tea wax will stain at 3%? Well, as I test this, I will see, because I did not notice any staining at the 1%. So the 0% has been in the freezer for approximately 35 minutes. So what I decided to do, I am going to do the consistency based upon temperature. So taking this out of the freezer, it is at 70 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to start the whipping. So I'm just going to smash it in here just a little bit to loosen the sides. Oops. And I am going to scrape here just to loosen it up just a little bit. Makes it easier to work with. I am going to leave it right here. This is the thickness I like. So there we go. And this is my standard. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see this? That is so nice and creamy. Oh, can't wait to use this. So I'm looking at my jar here and I'm telling myself, really, this jar is really too big for this. So what I am going to do temporarily, I am just going to scoop this in this jar, in this bowl, until I can go and it's going to locate. I know I have some smaller jars. I think I'm just going to put it in here for now. To do for the 1%, I chopped this up already. It's at the same degree, 17 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's start the mixing. Now I'm at the 2-minute point where literally it has been mixing for 2 minutes. If you notice, it's a little harder than when I did the plain unscented coconut butter, but it's okay. Now I'm going to up my game, and I'm going to go to number 4. I think it's the number 4, and I'm going to mix it for 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, let's see what we have. I am loving this color. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you can see it, but after 2 minutes on my number 4, that's where I am. Isn't that beautiful? One of the things I am noticing, I'm just going to pinch out a little bit right here, is that it still melts as fast. The fragrance is lovely. What I'm going to go test for now, does it stain? So I'm going to put a little bit on my hands here, rub it in, and I'm using my paper towel. Does it stain? Does it come off yellow or green? Well, let me see. I really don't see anything. Maybe a tint. It's good. It's nice and it's soft, just like the unscented one. Has a hint of a little yellow color, green yellow color. Oh, this is really beautiful. Let's take a look. Isn't that beautiful? So this is at the 1% of green tea wax. I'm really liking it. Okay, so now this is our 3%. So I just wiped the beaters off a little bit. Let's go. Low level. So this is at almost 2 minutes. Still really hard. It's coming along nicely. You guys can see it, but as I scrape the sides, it's coming along really nice. part of me actually wants to stop right here because I like this thickness. However, for consistency, I'm going to push it on through for the next 2 minutes at a high speed so it can be comparable to the 0% and the 1%. And we can take a look at it from that perspective. So here we go here, and this is beautiful. I'm going to put it in my container. That is beautiful and it's creamy, but I think my room may be a little warm, so I see it melting. So that's the stain. And it does a little bit. It does. So I am finished here. So if we take a good look, oops, we can definitely see the variation in color. Sliding. So the thing that I'm interested in, since this one did stain, what I'm thinking about doing is taking either some shea butter or some mango butter, and just as the shea or the mango is at room temperature, and put this back in another container and whip it, and hopefully it will reduce or deduce the amount of staining, and I can use it without being worried about if the green tea or that yellow green color will stain my clothing. So I hope you have enjoyed the presentation or the demonstration. What I do like is that this, of course, the 3%, the smell is much stronger. However, I don't think this needs any essential oil. I personally don't think it needs essential oils. I think it's fine like this. But if you are a maker and you like more robust fragrance, you can add whatever your favorite essential oil. I think the wax holds its own. Thank you for watching. This is Vanessa Degania Aromatics, natural products for the 3 dimensions of you. You are a spirit. You have a soul. You live in a body that is fearfully and wonderfully made. Thank you. God bless. And I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye for now.